mics properly. So you can see one thing here that we have discussed that thing, and it is our second class today. And those who are not the part of the first lesson, they can easily see this presentation which was made in the first lesson, and you can see that very well that it was the introduction of O levels and IGCSE. It was introduction of O levels and IGCSE. So better now you as a student you need to understand this thing. Just give me a second. Let me fix this issue first. All right. So please stay focused and see this thing that according to this presentation, you can see that O level students, you will be having two papers, paper one and paper two. Now, beta, you can see that paper one is of 100 marks and paper two is of 100 marks. But the trick point is that in paper one, you won't be having any calculator in the exam. And in paper two, calculators are allowed. But the good part is that both the papers are 50% in weightage. Agree? Remember one thing, I always tell my students that if examiner is not allowing a calculator in a paper, so it means that the exam would be easy and the question will not be that much tricky. Agree? You need a very good practice on it. This was the syllabus of O levels, which was 4024. We often called it as a syllabus D maths. Then students having 0580, but you guys will be having the same two papers, but your paper is paper 2 and paper 4. Beta paper 2 is 100 marks, same like O levels paper 1, no calculator. Paper 4, same like O levels paper 2, 100 marks, and calculators are allowed in this exam as well. Remember one thing, my classes schedule is that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday we will be having a class, and we can have a special weekend class. It depends upon the complexity of a topic. Like for example, if I have started a particular topic on Wednesday and the topic is not ended yet, so that is the reason I might take an extra class on weekend with a long durations, right? Notes of every class will be shared with you. Recording will be shared after every class. You can download the recording, you can rewatch it, and if in case you miss it, this is the beauty of online lessons. And everything would be shared in a WhatsApp group. We have an official WhatsApp group as well. So beta, remember that in math class, you need what? You need register, stationery, and a topical booklets. Along with that, calculators as well. Those who were in my previous lesson, I have seen the calculators with you. Those who are still left, you can send me the picture of your calculator, that what sort of calculator you have. So I can easily check that what kind of calculator you need. Got it, everybody, or not? Yes or no? Okay. Then in that class, in our first lesson, we started the topic which was numbers, and I pasted the syllabus screenshots, and I will be pasting syllabus screenshots straight away. This was O levels numbers and this is IGCSE numbers. You can see that everything is written same. So you can see one thing here, that the numbers family, we are going to revise the number family because it's our it is our second lesson. So we have to link the topic, and the first 10 minutes is always the revision of the first lesson. Okay, the previous lesson. So better remember that numbers family is, in math we have original 10 numbers from 0 to 9, and after 9 there is a repetition of numbers. After 9 there is a repetition of a number. So remember one thing, as a student, you need to understand that there are total 10 basic digits, and we have three major families of numbers family. The first family is integer. Integer means all positive and negative numbers including zero. So it means that 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2 plus minus 3 plus minus 4 plus minus 5, these are called integers. So you can get one thing here, that you need to understand that you should memorize this thing, that all positive and negative numbers including zero, they are called integers only. Whole numbers are, they are a bit different from integers because they have everything like integer, but they do not have a negative number. So it means, walaikum assalam, all positive numbers, they are all positive numbers including zero, they are whole numbers, which is from zero to positive side of the number line. And natural numbers are all positive numbers only excluding zero. It means that zero is not a natural number. Zero can be a whole number, zero can be an integer, but zero cannot be a natural number. You need to fix your basic right from the very grassroots level. If you want to get a good grade in math, remember that you need to fix your basic concepts, because that will help you a lot. Now, there are three facts about these families: that zero can be integer and a whole number, agree, but zero cannot be a natural number, and negative numbers, they are integers only. And we will develop rest of the families like even, odd, etc., but from only natural numbers. So I will be using only natural numbers for the rest of the families we have in math. Then proceeding, we have natural numbers. We say that natural numbers are all positive numbers only, from 1 2 3 and up to infinite. Okay, so negative numbers, they cannot be a natural number. So then we have two families which are very much familiar to all of us, which is even numbers and odd numbers. Even numbers are what? Even numbers, they are multiples of 2, but odd numbers, they are not multiples of 2. If a number is ending with 2, 4, 0, and 8 and 6, so that number would be an even number. And if it is not ending with these digits, so this number um, would not be an even number. Then moving forward, we have discussed about the prime numbers and the composite numbers. Prime numbers are, they have only two factors, and it comes only in table 1 and itself. If a number is coming only in its own table, so that number is a prime number. So you can see that 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 19, they all are prime numbers. Why? Because they come in only their own table. You need to remember only these two facts in a prime number, that one is neither prime nor composite, because one has only one factor. One comes in only table number 1, and then 2 is the only even number which is a prime as well. So how, which style of questions you will get in exam, I'm going to show it to you today. Then you have composite numbers. Composite number means they have more than two factors. If a number is not a prime, it would be a composite number except for 1. Okay, so if a number is not prime, it would be a composite number except for number 1. Then we have discussed, and remember one thing, beta, this prime number is very much important in exam. Okay, this is very much important in exam. Okay, then we have two major families, that is rational numbers and irrational numbers. Those numbers which can be written or expressed as a form of a fraction, these numbers are called rational numbers. And if a number cannot be written in a form of a fraction, that number would be a irrational number. इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर आप किसी भी नंबर को फ्रैक्शन में नहीं लिख सकते, तो इसका मतलब ये है कि वो नंबर जो है वो इरेशनल होगा। और कैम्ब्रिज में हमेशा याद रखना है, आपने स्क्वायर रूट लिखें और इसके अंदर कोई भी नॉट परफेक्ट स्क्वायर लिख दें, कोई भी नॉट परफेक्ट स्क्वायर लिखें, तो वो इरेशनल नंबर आपके सामने आएगा। मतलब आपको स्क्वायर नंबर्स याद अगर हैं, तो अकॉर्डिंग टू द सिलेबस आप देखें जरा यहाँ पे, कि मैंने ये जो लिखा है स्क्वायर रूट 2, स्क्वायर रूट 3, स्क्वायर रूट 5, स्क्वायर रूट 70, स्क्वायर रूट 80, स्क्वायर रूट 60, ये तमाम के तमाम नंबर्स जो हैं, दे आर इरेशनल नंबर्स। व्हाई? बिकॉज दे आर हैविंग अ स्क्वायर रूट and the number inside them is not a perfect square. So फिर हमने ये इसकी एग्जांपल्स की थी आगे। फिर स्क्वायर नंबर में कहा था हम लोगों ने कि सिलेबस में इट इज रिटन दैट यू आर रिक्वेस्टेड टू मेमोराइज द फर्स्ट 15 स्क्वायर नंबर्स। So 1 square, 2 square, 4 square, 3 square, 5 square, 6 square, 7 square, 8 square, 9 square, 10 square. I know that it will take some time to memorize them, for example, numbers. If, for example, if you don't know that what is 13 square, so you will be multiplying 13 with 13. If you don't know that how to solve 15 square, so just multiply 15 with 15 like that. You can easily get them in some time. According to the syllabus of Cambridge, you have to memorize the first 10 cube numbers as well. आपको first 10 cube numbers भी जो है वो memorize करने हैं. For example, if you don't know that how to memorize a cube number, so you know this already, that in math, this is the beauty. Like for example, 8 cube. You know that 8 cube is 8 times 8 times 8. So we know that 8 8s are 64. Now 64 times 8. रट्टा मारने की जरूरत नहीं है, रफ वर्किंग में आप जल्दी से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे। 8 4s are 32, 8 6 are 48, 48 plus 3 is 51. So 512 is the cube of 8, and you can see that thing very clear here, that 512 is written after 343. So beta, that's how you can easily improve yourself. All you need is a proper attention, proper guidance, and Along with that, the important part is the motivation part, because that is very much important in learning maths and especially in any subject of your choice. Then we have discussed a concept of a reciprocal, which will be tested in your Cambridge exam for 1 mark. Agree? Examiner will be asking that reciprocal of something. But a reciprocal is something you multiply with a number to get 1. For example, reciprocal of 7. So 7 means 7 multiplied by something. So the answer should be 1. So 7 will go there and it will become 1 by 7. So it means that 1 by 7 is the reciprocal of 7. Understood everybody or not? Any problem so far? Any problem so far?
No,
No.
sir.
All right, thank you. Okay, reciprocal of 0.2. Now that is a tricky, and it was the part of Cambridge exam. Okay, and these two questions were the part of Cambridge exam. But we remember that reciprocal of something means that 0.2 multiplied by x, it should be equals to 1. So beta 1 divided by 0.2, it is a vulgar decimal fraction. You cannot leave that part in the paper like that. So beta 1 divided by 0.2 can be written like that. You will remove the point, change the division into multiplication, flip the right side. So it means that reciprocal of 0.2 is what? It is 5. Understood everybody or not? We have discussed these things so far in the previous class as well. Then we did few questions on that, and then we started decimals, that what decimals are. And we said that decimal is what? Decimal is a decimal. And we will never say that decimal is what? Decimal is something like, for example, an integer or number or a fraction. We will always say that decimal is a decimal, and we need to understand what kind of decimals examiner is going to give us in the exam as well. So better try to understand these concepts and it would be easy for you. Today we are going to proceed with the next part of our syllabus. And this is according to this, we are done with these things. And examiner says that you need to understand these things because you need to understand that what are or that how to express numbers. So better remember that the scale you need to remember. Scale you need to remember, because examiner will test you for this 1 mark. Remember that we have studied so far in our previous classes that we have ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 million and billion. Examiner can test you something like that. So better remember that. आज मैं आपको कुछ तरीके सिखा रहा हूँ, जरा understand करें please, ठीक है? Billion, so it means that 3 zeros for millions, 3 zeros for thousand, and 3 zeros for hundreds. It means that 1 billion has 9 zeros. Agree? Now look at the million place. But a million place has 1 million. For example, 1 million will have 6 zeros. Remember that? Is this clear? Million has 6 zeros. ये याद करें. Millions. And billions has how many? Billions has how many? Billions has 9 zeros. 9 zeros. So remember that 9 zeros. ये याद रखना है, ठीक है? और मिलियन में कितने जीरोस होते हैं बेटा? 6 zeros हैं. Now examiner can test you in two ways. There are two cases in Cambridge. Case number one. Case number one. Beta, case number one is examiner will tell you write 6700327 in words. In words. Beta, to avoid mistake, this is my suggestion. Write the number as it is with some space between them. Okay. Now from the right side, after every 3 digits, write a comma. Okay? Then write a scale which you have remembered when you were a student of a primary class. So just write ones, tens, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, and now we have a million. So let's start writing. So it is, first of all, you can see that Laluna, that this is 6. It means that it is 6 million. 6 million. Now 6 million. Now you can see one thing, that this is a thousand place, so it is 700,000. So you will be writing 6,700,000. Now you can see one thing, that this region is 327 only, so you will be writing 300. and 27. 327. Now it's the same thing. An examiner will be testing you for 1 mark, and it is for sure coming in exam for 1 mark. Understood everybody or not? Case 2. I know that these things are very much simple, but as a teacher, this is my responsibility to check that whether you guys understand these things or not. If not, so then it is my job to fix it. Okay, now the examiner will tell you, write as integers, write as integers. Okay, so the question would be in words 600 and 636 millions millions 2000 2027 and 27. Now I tried my best to make it difficult for you. Now 636 millions. Now check that better. Try to understand this thing. That this area is 636 millions. So it means that I have to write till 100 million a scale. So let's write a scale first. So let's write it ones, tens, 100, 1000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 millions. Okay, it is saying till 36 million. So what I'm gonna do is, Arom, I'm gonna write here 637 million. So it should be here. Now they are saying 2000. Okay, just 2000. So it means that these two places will be zeros. 2000 will be something like that. And 27. So it means that 100 would be 0 and 27 will be the part of here. Is this clear, everybody, or not? Any problems so far? I know that these things are very much easy and most of you understand these topics, but still, as a teacher, this is my responsibility to check that whether you guys can solve the questions like these or not. Because after 3 to 4 days, I can easily do this thing in the paper because we will be practicing a lot
Assalamu
of.
alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine.
Okay, sir.
All right. So, beta, today we are going to proceed towards the last part of this topic, which is numbers family. And the last part of this topic is, according to the syllabus, you can see above, it says that prime factorization and HCF and LCM. So, let's do the prime factorization now. First of all, beta, try to understand that what is prime factorization. Okay. Any prior knowledge regarding this topic? What is prime factorization? Beta, prime factorization is writing a specific number, a specific number as a product of, as a product of its prime factors, as a product of its prime factors. Now, beta, remember that in technically in maths, I always tell my student that it is something like a post-mortem of a particular number, of a number. And who is the doctor? Only prime numbers. Prime numbers can be used. Prime numbers can be used. Examiner can ask you question in few different styles. Question number style 1. Write 84 as a product of its prime factors. Its prime factors. So beta, try to understand in math if you are solving this question. So you need to understand that what a stair method is. According to this, the number is 84. Now try to understand, everybody. You can see one thing here, that I will be using and I'm bound to use only prime numbers on this left side. I can use only prime numbers here. Now I can see that better that 84 is a prime number. Why 84 is a prime number? Because it is ending with 4 and 4 is a even number. So I can use table 2 here again, and 2 is the smallest prime number I have. So 2 times 4 is 8 and 2 twos are 4. Half of 84 is 42. Can I use table 2 once again because 42 is a even number? So that would be 21. Okay, now 21 is the multiple of 3. How I understood this? Beta, all of you please pay attention. Beta, 21 is 2 plus 1 is 3 and 3 is a multiple of 21. Agree or not? Sorry, my bad.
Agree, sir, agree.
According to this thing, it says that if I add 2 plus 1, it is 3, and we know that 3 is a multiple of table 3. It means that 21 comes in table 3, so I have to use table 3 here. 3 sevens are 21 and 7 ones are 7. So beta, what I did here is that, please pay attention, I can write 84 as 2 times 2 times 3 times 7. This is not my answer. Remember that my answer is 84 into 2 square multiply by 3 multiply by 7. And remember that examiner can ask you and can confuse you in multiple ways because this form is called index form of the question. Index form of question. So examiner can ask you to write the number as in the form of index form. Got it? And then examiner can ask you question of second style, prime factorization of, let's say, 124. So beta, it's the same thing. Again, you have to do 124. Agree? Use only prime numbers. Start with 2 because beta, you know this 124 is even. Why? Because it is ending with 4. The last digit is 4. So that is the reason I can use it. So use table 2. So 2 6 are 12 and 2 4s are 2 twos are 4. So half of 124 is 62. Use table 2 once again. Two threes are 6 and two ones are 2. Beta, 31. Beta, can I say that 31 is a prime number? 31 never comes in any table. Do you agree with me or not? 31 is prime. Agree or not? Yes or no? So 31 times 1 is 31. So the game is over. So it means that I can write 124. I can write 124 as 2 times 2 times 31. 2 square is multiply by 31. So that is my final answer, which examiner is interested to see. Is this clear, everybody, or not? And how, what is the intention of finding this thing? I am going to disclose a very important knowledge in few minutes. Just give me a second. Let me finish LCM and HCF, and you will see yourself that you can easily do this thing. सर 2 स्क्वायर लिखे मस्ट है या 2 टाइम्स 2 करके भी लास्ट आंसर कर सकते हैं? बेटा लास्ट आंसर में देखिए, फॉर एग्जांपल ये जो मेरे मेरा बच्चा आपने सवाल पूछा है शेख अयान, बेटा यू कैन सी वन थिंग that this is not the simplified form. If it is written that simplify your answer, then you are bound to give the answer as 2 square times 31. I hope the question is answered. Yes or no? Because I'm watching chat at the same time. You can say yes. All right, and all of you are allowed to turn on your mic, okay? If you have any question, you can turn on the mic, okay? We can have a very lovely discussions regarding this chapter, okay? Okay. Now, what is the intention? What is the purpose of using prime factorization? So remember one thing, we want to use these concepts in order to find out LCM and HCF. LCM and HCF. Beta, you must have studied what is LCM and what is HCF so far in your schools or with your other math teachers as well. ठीक है? I do give them a credit. Least common multiple, least common multiple, and the name here is highest common factor. Highest common factor. Now there are two terminologies here. Now there are two terminologies here. Beta, we have multiple and factor as well. Beta, just give me a second. One student is, I think, having a problem with the class link side. Let me address the issue. Just give me a second. Let me just send this to that student because he is calling on my phone again and again. I think he doesn't know. Okay. So, beta, you need to understand before proceeding to LCM and HCF that what is multiple and what is factor. So, if you don't understand that what is multiple and what is factor, please pay attention and try to clear your concept before proceeding to LCM and HCF. Because remember that beta, the concept is the key to success in maths. So, better remember that factors and what are multiples. You need to understand the difference first. If you don't understand the difference between that, it doesn't matter, no problem, you will clear this thing out. Okay, factors, let me write in simple English. Factor means factors of a particular digit, means that that digit comes in which tables, कि वो digit किन tables में आता है, ठीक है. And multiple means multiples of a specific number means multiples of a specific number, it means that table table of that particular number, table of that particular number. And examiner will be testing your mental presence during the exam. Remember that one thing, okay? Because that is the key to success. Now remember one thing, for example, let me write here a question. Factors of, for example, 32. It means that 32 comes in which table. So the what is the silly mistake in the paper, and most of the students, they do not get the credit from the examiner. Better start from table 1. So let me write here, always start from table 1, from table 1. Most of the students, they forget table 1. So beta, 32 comes in table number 1. 1 times 32, 2 times 16. 32 is not the member of table 3. The reason, Vadan, because 3 plus 2 is 5 and 5 is not the multiple of 3. That is the reason I'm not checking in table 3. 32 is the member of table 4. 4 times 8 is 4 times 8 is what? It is 32. Okay, 34, 32 is not the member of table 5, not even the member of table 6, not even the member of table 7. It is the member of table 8, but and 8 is already written here. So we have to stop now. So the my professional answer for the 1 mark or 2 mark in paper, and in Cambridge exam, this question can come for 2 marks in non-calculator paper. Okay. So you have to write on answer line that these three and these three are your factors. So the answer is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32. If you skip 1 out of 6, you will get 1 mark out of 2. And if the score is for 1 mark only, so you will lose that mark, and that would be a silly mistake in Cambridge paper, and which is usually happening with the students. Okay? Because you always think that vectors is a difficult topic, mensuration is a difficult topic, I have to study a lot for these topics, but you always miss the easy questions. You got it, everybody, or not? Yes or no? Any problem so far?
No, sir.
Okay, good job, good job. Thank you. Okay, then we have multiples. But multiples of 2. What is the silly mistake? Let me write a question here. Beta, can anyone tell me that what are the multiples of 4? G. Can anyone turn on the mic and tell me that what are the multiples of 4? Anyone?
Sir, 1, 2, and 4 itself.
No. See,
So
it's an easy top.
4, 8, 16.
Okay. Anyone else?
20.
G. See, it's an easy topic. and only Ramin gave the correct answer. Now try to understand. Multiples of 4 mean table 4, and table 4 it starts from 4. So 4 is the first multiple of 4, 8 is the second multiple, 12 is the third one, 16 is the fourth one, and 20 and up to so on. Is this clear or not? Omar, is this clear?
Yes. Yes.
Now try to understand, if the examiner is asking, if you are starting the multiples of 4 from 8, you will not get the credit from the examiner. Is this clear, everybody, or not? I hope this is clear to all of you. And if you have any problem, just tell me. Any problem so far? Any problem so far?
No.
Okay, let's test some knowledge here, because this question is coming in your Cambridge CIs, and we need to understand that. Beta, the examiners did the right factors of 64. Yes, anyone can turn on the mic and let's have a discussion so other can understand that how to participate in the class. Turn on your mic and say your knowledge. If it is correct, it is fine. If not, it is still fine. We can make it correct. But if you don't say anything, as a doctor, I cannot treat you if you cannot inform me that where you are having a pain right now. I hope it's easy.
Sir, they're 64, 1,
Okay.
32.
No. Just tell me this way. 1 times 64. Okay. The second one.
Yeah.
2.
2 times what? Double it.
32.
Very good. 32. 64 is the member of table 3 or not?
No,
I
sir.
know.
No, because 6 plus
4
4 is 10.
16. 4 times 16.
Yes, 4 times 16 is 32. Okay, then
And
5,
then there's
no.
8 times 8.
32 times.
Okay, now check. Better do not jump towards 8 directly. After 4, we have 5.
Yeah.
We do not have 64 in table 5. We do not have 64 in table 6. We do not have 64 in table 7, because in table 7 we have 63. And we have
8
8 times
multiplied by
8
8.
is 64. Now see, tables repeated. So you have to stop. So the factors of 64 are 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64. If you miss any one of them before posting to the number line, you will not get a credit from the examiner. Now the question can be, Aaron, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Write 64 as a product of its prime factors. Its prime factors. Now see that this is a prime factorization question, but most of the students, what they will do the previous question in place of this question. But you have to read the question well, that what examiner is asking. Like for example, if you are asking me, sir, what is your name? And if I say my class is very good, I'm a very good teacher, it's a right answer, but to the wrong question. Is this clear, everybody, or not?
Sir?
You need to understand that you need to give the right answer to a right question. You cannot even say anything to any specific concept. जी आफरीन, I can hear you.
सर मैं ऊपर वाले क्वेश्चन की बात करी थी। आपने कहा था कि इफ द टेबल्स आर रिपीटेड सो यू हैव टू स्टॉप, तो क्या मतलब इसका?
बेटा यहाँ पे 8 टाइम्स 8 आ गया ना,
या
इसका मतलब है कि अब यहाँ पे इसके बाद कुछ और हो ही नहीं सकता।
अच्छा
अब देखें यहाँ पे, ये पिछले क्वेश्चन में 4 टाइम्स 8 आ रहा था ना,
जी सर
फिर
जी
उसमें 5 में भी 32 नहीं आता, 6 में भी नहीं आता, 7 में भी नहीं आता, 8 में आता था, तो टेबल रिपीट हुए, तब हम स्टॉप कर गए। एग्री?
या
Okay, write 64 as a product of its prime factors. So now this is a different question. It is a prime factorization question. So solve it like this. 64, start from table 2, 32. Half of 32 is 16. Do not change if you have even numbers. 8, 4, 2, and now 1. So can I write 64 as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2? And once you're writing, So please count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wrote 7 here. See, it's a mistake. So please do count, because in most of the time we can write an extra 2 accidentally. So 64 is equals to 2 power 6. Okay. So, beta, can you hear me? Aline, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
But a few minutes ago, we found the factors of 64. Agree?
J.
You can see that above. Agree?
Yes.
Can you see that in all these factors, only 2 is the prime number? Can you see that?
Yes.
And we got this idea from the prime factorization of 64 as well. Agree?
Yes.
Whatever factor 64 has, only 2 is the only prime number, which is the prime factor of 64. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
And let me write the third scenario, which can be asked from the examiner. Examiner can ask you in the same question, a third scenario question. Write prime factor of 64. Beta, what is the answer? It would be a 1 mark question.
2.
Yes, good job. You can see that all the factors, Vadan, आपको तमाम के तमाम factors नजर आ रहे हैं 64 के. 1
जी जी
है,
सर आ रहे हैं
2 है, 4 है, 8 है, 16 है, 32 है, 64 है. इन सब में you can see that, और ये prime factorization ने भी बता दिया है कि that 2 is the only prime factor of 64. Is this clear everybody or not? Now for example, if as a student, if you solve the part 1 for the last part, or part 2 for the second part, first part of the question, remember one thing. This is what in math, this is what it is a blunder. You will never get a credit from the examiner. Is this clear or not? That is the reason when sometimes after every math examination, I hear words from my student, sir, I will score 200 out of 200, I will score 150 out of 150. But when the result is out, those who are claiming that we can get A stars, they get A. And those who were not confident about A, they got A stars because they were extra careful during the examination. Is this clear? Because in overconfidence can destroy the grade, okay? Remember that. Proceeding. I hope it's clear, everybody, because I have explained this in so much detail. Is this clear, everybody? Any problems so far? I can see the chat box, but if you can turn on your mic, that is a very good thing. You can turn on your mic.
Yeah, it's clear.
Because I feel very bored then, यार मुझे बोर होता हूँ मैं फिर बहुत ज्यादा. Question. Find the LCM and HCF of, let's say, 16 and 24. Step 1. Step 1. Do prime factorization together. आप दोनों की प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन को एक साथ करें. Both the digits are written with separated with a commas. Okay. I am bound to use Vadan only prime numbers here. Now 16 and 24, they both are divisible by 2, so I can use table 2. 2 8s are 16. 2 times 12 is 24. Can I use table 2 again? Can I use table 2 again, Arsalan? Okay. So 2 times 4 is 8 and 2 times 6 is 12. Okay. Can I use table 2 again?
Yes, sir.
Ishal,
Yes.
what about you? Ishal, do you agree? Nikhil?
Yeah.
Okay. So using
यस
table 2
सर
again. So 2 2s are 4 and 2 3s are 6. Okay. Now I'm getting one thing here, that tables changed here. Can you see that? Tables changed here. because no one can bring 2 and 3 in a single table. Agree or not? Agree or not?
Yes.
So there are two loops to the
Yes.
question. There are two loops to the question. And what those loops are, beta, you can see one thing here, that there are two loops to the question. And this is your loop number 1. And this is your loop number 2. This is your loop 1. And this is your loop 2. For HCF, loop 1 is the answer. For LCM, loop 1 multiplied by loop 2 is the answer. Loop 1 is 2 times 2 times 2. So the answer is 8. Loop 1 is 2 times 2 times 2. Loop 2 is 2 times 3. So beta, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. 16 times 3 is 48 is the answer. Understood everybody or not? Understood everybody or not?
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes,
remember
sir.
one thing. Now remember one thing. You have to use the same concept if you have two numbers or if you have three numbers. Agree? Agree? Try to understand the scenario of the question. Let me develop the same question with 3 digits now. Now, what happened here? Arum, can you see that? Then the highest common factor I got here is 8. Agree? And the lowest common multiple, it is 48. Agree? Now, what happened here is that I saved some time. What kind of time? See, beta factors of 16. 16 comes in table number 1. It comes in table 2. It comes in table 4. It comes in table number 8. And it comes in table number 16. Do you agree with me or not, everybody? Now, beta, we know that factors of 24. 24 comes in table 1, table 2, it comes in table 3, it comes in table 4, definitely. It comes in table number 5, no. It comes in table 6, yes. It comes in table number 7, no. It comes in table number 8, yes. It comes in table number 9, no. It comes in table number 11, no. It comes in table number 12, yes. It comes in table number 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So it means that I have all the factors of 24. See, it took a lot of time. Yes or no? Everybody, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
See
sir.
that? See that one thing, that both the numbers, they have the factors written here in the form of like this. But I can see one thing here, Arum, that 8 is the highest common factor they have. Agree? That's how I saved my time, by using the concept of highest common factor using prime factorization. Do you agree with me or not, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Now, for example,
Yes.
how we saved our time in multiples. Now, we got the lowest common multiple, which is 48. So let me write multiples of 16. So 16, 16 times 2, 32. 16 times 3, 48. But 16 times 4 is 64 or not? I think first 4 are fine because I got 48. And multiples of 24. Multiples of 24. So 24, 48, and then we have 72, if I'm not wrong. Beta, can you see that? All of you, beta, can you see that? That 48 is the lowest common multiple these two numbers they have. Agree or not? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Now the point is that, sir, why you are teaching this? Why we are studying this? Agree? Beta, we know that in maths, in sometimes, for example, let me develop a question of real life. Agree? We know that bananas are sold in dozen. Bananas are sold in dozens. Agree? in
Yes,
dozen
sir.
scale. We know that one dozen has 12 bananas. Agree or not? If I'm not wrong, I hope all of you are familiar with this thing. Agree?
Yes.
And let's suppose 1 kg apples, they have 8 apples. They have how many apples? They have how many apples?
8 apples.
8 apples. Now, beta, the demand of the question is find how many dozen bananas and how many kg apples you will buy to have equal number of fruits, equal number of fruits. I know that this example is very basic, but sometimes we know that, like for example, if you are purchasing a makeup product, I'm talking to girls that sometimes a particular makeup product has six, for example, six lipsticks in a one packet. Agree? And you want to gift those lipsticks to your friends. Agree? So you want equal number of gifts together. Like for example, if you have something a packing of 12, something in a packing of 18, so how can you get these numbers? So for that, what you will be doing, you will be finding the lowest common multiple of them. So what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to write 12 and 8 here. These two are basic numbers, 2 and 8. So 12 and 8, 12 bananas and 8 apples. So let's do that. 2 times 6, that is would be 4. Again 2, 3 and 2. Afrin, can you see that tables change here?
Yes, sir.
Agree? Afrin, HCF is loop 1. Agree?
Yeah.
And loop 1 is 2 times 2, which is 4. Agree?
J.
Okay. And LCM is 2 times 2 times 3 times 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24. Agree or not? Yes or no? So remember one thing. Remember one thing. I need 24 bananas. I need 24 bananas. Bananas. And I need 24 apples. Agree? 24 bananas can be bought if I buy 2 dozen bananas. Agree or not? Yes or no? And
Yes.
24 apples can be bought if I buy 3 kg apples. Agree? So I will be having equal number of fruits if I buy 2 dozen bananas and 3 kg of apples. Agree? Other than that, you cannot have any other scenario. Agree or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's a good question, Saliha. Sir, how to distinguish in which question we have to solve by LCM and HCF? But you will get these slowly and gradually. Try to understand the concepts first of all. Remember one thing, I will be explaining these things, that how to distinguish, that how to select appropriate for example technique, that which method you should be using, LCM or HCF. For example, in this question, the examiner is saying find how many dozen bananas and how many kg apples you will buy to have equal number of fruits. You have to make a common sense here, Saliha. You can see the examiner is asking, we can have a lot of, for example, listen to me, everybody. For example, if I take 48 bananas, 48 bananas means 4 dozen. Agree or not? Agree or not?
Yes, sir.
And 6 kg apple also means 48 apples. Agree? Because 6 8s are 48. Because the examiner is saying here in this blue line question, find how many dozen bananas and how many kg apples you will buy to have equal number of fruits. So remember that examiner will be adding a word inside. Find how many least bananas and how many least apples you will be buying, that in order to have what equal number of fruits. Agree? So you will be finding that keyword inside the question, that which concept they are talking about. Agree? Agree? And you will see that later in classes I will be teaching the past paper questions, because today we are done with this. So tomorrow we are going to practice past paper questions on whatever the topics I have explained, and we will be solving 5 years topicals on this particular topic. Is this clear, everybody, or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Now, better now try to understand how to fix a particular concept. Now, please watch my screen. Look at this. You have to just go to Safari or any other, for example, you use. Just write LCM, HCF, and then write Corbett Math. What will happen? A website will open. You can see that least common multiple and HCF, just open it. See, click here for the questions. You can get a worksheet in it. What you are going to do, just press this button and just take a markup, or you can download it. Agree? So I'm going to open this in our same worksheet, import to current document. Yes. Okay, we got the worksheet here in our notebook. Okay, so least common multiples in this. Okay, now look at the questions, please. Look at the box. In this box, beta, I have 12, 28, 100, 64, 40, 35, 6, 18, and 38. But I can see one thing here at Salan, that only 35 is the odd number. Do you agree with me or not? Arsalan, do you agree with me or not?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yamna, beta, you can see that from the box above, choose two numbers that have a common factor of 10. That have a common factor of 10. Which two numbers above, they can be divided by 10? That's the simple language.
40 and 100.
Okay. Anyone else? Beta, look at this. This is a complex English. This is complex. Remember my lecture here. Factor. Factor means what? In which table that a particular number comes. So have a common factor of 10. Common factor of 10 means that which two numbers above can be divided on 10. You can see that it's 40 and 100. Am I right or wrong, Omar?
Yes, sir.
So 40 and 100, these two are the have a common factor of 10. Beta, from the box above, choose two numbers that have a common multiple of 24. Okay, wait a minute. Common multiple of 24. Now check. What are the common multiples of 24? Now, G.
12.
Okay,
And 6, sir. 6 and 12.
6 and
12. 12.
12.
okay, a common multiple of 24. So it means that 24 comes in which tables? Same
12 and
simple.
36.
Ji?
12 and 36.
12 and 36. Though we don't have 36 above. I cannot see 36. Why?
Wait, 12 and 28.
No.
Sir,
28 के
12
table
and 64.
नहीं. Beta, from the
Sir,
box
12
above,
and 6.
12
beta,
and 38.
12 and 6.
12
beta,
and
6.
6.
beta 12 and 6 is the answer, because it says that have a common multiple of 24. कि दोनों के multiples में 24 उनका common multiple है. तो 6 और 12 के टेबल, दोनों के टेबल्स में आपको 24 देखने को मिलता है. अदरवाइज आपको किसी और टेबल में देखने को नहीं मिलेगा. So 6 and 12. Okay. Okay, a common factor of 7. Okay, how many of these numbers they have a common factor of 7? Which two numbers they can be divided by 7? Haji, common
28.
factor of Ji?
28 and
28.
35.
Yes, 28 and 35. Understood, everybody, or not? Yes or no?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Proceeding. Okay, have a common multiple of 200. Okay, two digits having common multiple of 200.
100.
And
40.
because 40 times 5 is 200, so 40 and 100, these two digits, they have a common multiple of 200. Agree? And what sometimes if you give an answer, na Ramin, so you see that it's 40. Agree?
जी sir.
Now read this sentence and add 40 to the first word. 40 have a common multiple of 200. Yes. 100 have a common multiple of 200. Yes. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes sir.
Then the question will make a lot of sense to you. Now see that a red light flashes every 6 seconds. It means that, try to understand beta, it's a real life world problems. Now try look at this question. It's a red light. You can see that here. And according to the examiner, it flashes every wait second. Hmm.
6.
It flashes
6
every 6
seconds.
seconds. Agree? A yellow light, it flashes every which second?
4.
4
4.
seconds. A yellow light, it flashes every 4 seconds. It means that what? It means that okay, as a student, you need to understand that a word problem is always confusing. You have to understand line by line. So the first line is a red light flashes every 6 seconds. So I got something 6 here. Oh, sorry, my bad. Yellow color. 6 seconds. And a red light and a yellow light flashes every 4 seconds. Every 4 seconds, this yellow light is flashing, and every 6 seconds, this red light is flashing. They both flash at the same time. For example, it is right now on my phone, it is 7:55 something. After how many seconds will they both flash at the same time? So now try to understand one thing, that this light will be following table 6 and this light would be following table 4. The easy way is that you write 4, then you write this 4 twos are 8, then 4 threes are 12, 4 fours are 16, 4 fives are 20, and this is 6, table 6, 6, and that's 12, and that is 16, 18, and that is 24. They say that they they both what? They both flash together. And after how many seconds will they next both flash at the same time? So you can see that 12 is coming in both of them. So after 12 seconds, they both will flash same time. Agree or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes or no? Yes.
Yes sir.
Any problem so far?
इसको
बच्चा,
माइनस करें फिर नहीं आएगा.
किसको माइनस करूं?
ये 6 को 4 से नहीं.
क्यों?
क्यों
मेरी बात
डिफरेंस?
सुने आप. अभी मेरी बात सुने जरा प्लीज. ये अंडरस्टैंड करें. लाइट्स फ्लैश्ड. एनी प्रॉब्लम?
नो. नो सर.
यहाँ पे लाइट्स फ्लैश हो गई हैं और यहाँ पे फॉर एग्जांपल 0 सेकंड्स हैं. एग्री? लाइट ने इकट्ठे ब्लिंक किया. अब इन ये 6 सेकंड्स के बाद फ्लैश करेगी और ये 4 सेकंड्स के बाद आफ्टर एवरी 4 सेकंड जो है ये फ्लैश करेगी. एग्री?
यस.
अब यहाँ पे जब ये रेड लाइट है, एक देखो रेड लाइट की फ्लैशिंग चेक करो. ये रेड लाइट है, ये येलो लाइट है. ये अब आपको समझा रहा हूँ, ये वरना ये समझाना नहीं चाहिए, बहुत ईजी है. पहला फ्लैश तो उसने 0 सेकंड पे किया है, दूसरा फ्लैश वो 6 पे करेगी, तीसरा फ्लैश वो 12 पे करेगी. एग्री? अब येलो सेकंड को देखो,
Yes
येलो
sir.
लाइट को देखो जी.
No I said yes.
ओके, येलो लाइट को देखें बेटा. येलो लाइट पहले 0 सेकंड पे फ्लैश किया, फिर 4 सेकंड्स पे फ्लैश करेगी, फिर 8 सेकंड पे
बस
फ्लैश
समझ आ
करेगी
गई,
और फिर
समझ
12 सेकंड पे करेगी. तो अभी आपको याद समझ आ गई कि 12
बस सर.
कोई माइनस नहीं करना. So 12 seconds is the answer. Any problem?
नो सर.
And what is 12, by the way? It is the least common multiple of 6 and 4. Is this clear or not?
सर यानी हमने एलसीएम लिया है.
हमने एलसीएम लिया, लेकिन मैंने आपको थोड़ा लंबा तरीका ये बताया क्योंकि बाजू का होता है ना, जब बच्चे इस तरह का क्वेश्चन देखते हैं ना तो वो टेबल लिखना शुरू कर देते हैं. एग्री?
जी.
तो याद रखें कि ये एलसीएम का क्वेश्चन था. लीस्ट कॉमन मल्टीपल आपने ढूंढना था 4 और 6 का, कि जो 4 और 6 में आते हैं तो बस जाहिर सी बात है कि दे बोथ विल मीट. आपको पता है ना कि 4 2s are 16 और 4 3s are 12 आता है. 6 2s are 12, सॉरी 6 2s are 12, एग्री, एंड 4 3s are 12। आपको इस चीज का आइडिया है ऑलरेडी, एग्री।
जी जी।
अब देखिए नीचे भी एक क्वेश्चन है, टिली द डॉग बार्क्स 9 सेकंड्स। एक डॉग है जो कि बार्क कर रहा है एवरी 9 सेकंड्स, एग्री। और दूसरा डॉग है जो कि एवरी 12 सेकंड को बार्क कर रहा है, एग्री। अब यहाँ पे अंडरस्टैंड करें जरा, इस क्वेश्चन को कर लेते हैं अब हम लोग एलसीएम से। जरा बेटा अंडरस्टैंड करें प्लीज।
3 के टेबल।
ओके, दे बोथ बार्क एट द सेम टाइम। अब 0 0 सेकंड्स के ऊपर 0 0 सेकंड्स पे इन दोनों ने बहु बहु कर दिया अपना। इज दिस क्लियर? टेबल 3 पे स्टार्ट करें। सॉरी, 3 3s are 9 and 3 4s are 12। सो आफ्टर टेबल चेंज हो गया स्ट्रेट अवे। सो एलसीएम इज लूप 1 मल्टीप्लाई बाय लूप 2। ये लूप 1 हुआ एंड लूप 2 ये है। So 3 times 3 times 4, 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 9 4s are 36। इसका मतलब है आफ्टर 36 seconds ये दोनों dogs they will bark again। Is this clear or not?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no?
यस
Yes,
और
sir.
टाइम तो यहाँ पे दिया नहीं गया, तो इसीलिए हम लोगों ने टाइम 36 सेकंड्स कैलकुलेट नहीं किया। 36 सेकंड्स को ऐड करूं, आगे जाके कैलकुलेटर में ऊपर और रफ वर्किंग्स में सिखाऊंगा टाइम। चलें जी, क्वेश्चन 4 देखें। अ ब्लू लाइट फ्लैशेस एवरी 8 मिनट्स व्हाइल अ पिंक लाइट फ्लैशेस एवरी 54 मिनट्स। ओहो, बहुत दूर दूर है। 8 मिनट और 54 मिनट। देखिए भाई, एक ब्लू लाइट है और एक लाइट है पिंक। ब्लू लाइट इट फ्लैशेस आफ्टर एवरी 8 मिनट्स, ये एक ब्लिंक करती है, ठीक है। दूसरी लाइट है आपके पास पिंक। अब पिंक जो लाइट है इट फ्लैशेस आफ्टर एवरी 54 मिनट्स, एग्री। इसका मतलब है ना, दे बोथ फ्लैश एट 2 PM। दोनों ने दोपहर 2 बजे जो है ना फ्लैश किया है। तो कहते हैं कि बताओ कि when is the next time they both lights will flash together? Let's find out the least common multiple of 8 and 54। So 8 and 54, can I use table 2 guys?
Yes,
4
sir.
27। okay, table change already, agree। देखो ऑफरीन
Yep.
कॉन्सेप्ट आता हो तो देखो टेबल पहले स्टेप नहीं चेंज हो जाता है, ठीक है।
जी sir.
So least common multiple is 2 times 4 times 27। आराम से 2 4s are 8, 8 multiply by 27। बगैर कैलकुलेटर के कैसे करते हैं, जरा गौर करें प्लीज। I am multiplying 8 with 20 and then with 7। Okay, any problem anyone?
No, sir.
Any? Okay, 8 times 20 is 160 plus 8 sevens are 7 sevens are 49, 7 eights are 56। So 160 plus 50 is 210। 216 is the answer. Agree or not? Yes or no, everybody?
जी sir.
Yes, sir.
बेटा अंडरस्टैंड किया है तरीका कि आपने बगैर कैलकुलेटर के कितनी बड़ी मल्टीप्लिकेशंस कैसे करनी है? Have you got the idea?
Sorry,
All
sir.
of
Can you
you?
please repeat?
सर कहता है फिर से।
Okay, मैं दोबारा करता हूँ, जरा देखें प्लीज। एक मिनट यार, ये मिटाता हूँ जरा।
सर
कभी
3
कभी
घंटे,
क्या चीज?
3 hours है।
छोड़ दो, अभी 3 है कि 4 है वो तो निकालना आसान, वो तो आसान जॉब है। मैं इनको ये सिखा रहा हूँ कि हाउ टू मल्टीप्लाई 8 with 27 विदाउट कैलकुलेटर। तो आप 27 को 20 and 7 लिख लो, एनी प्रॉब्लम?
नो
Now 8 times 20 is 160 plus 8 sevens are 56। 160 plus 50 is 210 plus 6 to 16 minutes। Is this clear, everybody?
सर
Yes,
अगर
sir.
ये
Thank you so
3
जी
डिजिट होगा नंबर,
जी
3 डिजिट हो नंबर,
क्या मतलब 3 डिजिट हो?
27 की जगह 270 एंड 277 ऐसे।
तो ठीक है ना, हम लोग 200 और 77, 200 और 70 और 7 से मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे ना। तो क्या मैं देखें आपके उमर, क्या आप 277 को 270 और 7 नहीं लिख सकते?
लिख सकते हैं।
तो हम ब्रेक करेंगे ना, मेंटल मैथ्स के लिए तो आपको ब्रेकिंग करनी पड़ती है ना, सीखोगे आहिस्ता आहिस्ता। ओके, so 216, so let me drag a line here। Arum, 216 minutes means how much hours? So let's divide by 60. Do you agree with me or not?
Sir, 3 hours 36 minutes.
Okay. So we have 1 hour. We know that 1 hour has 60 minutes. Agree? So 16 minutes has X hours. Agree, Arum? So 216 is equals to 60x divided by 60 on both sides. 60 cancelled. So 216 divided by 60. So half of 216 is 108 divided by 30. Half of 108 is 54 divided by 10, if I'm not wrong. So x is equals to what? Sorry, my bad. मैंने कुछ गलती की है. 108, 30. Oh, sorry, it's not 10, it's 15.
सर केमिस्ट्री के क्लास है उसमें जय
ओए मेरे क्लास खत्म हो गई है क्या?
Yes, sir.
sir.
We have a chemistry class like right now.
ओहो, सॉरी यार, मैं तो
No,
गो
it's
विद द
fine.
फ्लो पढ़ा रहा हूँ. थैंक गॉड आपने बता दिया, वरना मैं तो सही रात ही पढ़ा रहा होता फिर.
सर आप इतना अच्छा पढ़ाते हैं टाइम का पता ही नहीं चलता.
यार वैसे एक बात है कि 1 घंटा गुजर गया, पता ही नहीं चला. चलो यार, थैंक यू सो मच. इंशाल्लाह we'll continue from this. Take care, have a good day. Allah Hafiz. Bye.
Allah Hafiz, sir. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.